Special keynote address. The topic for the moment is data-driven marketing, utilizing consumer insights in the age of OTT. For this, may I please have the privilege of calling up on stage Mr. Sanath, Ravindran, Pulikkal, Head of Marketing, Home Care category, Dabur India, ladies and gentlemen. Can I please have Sanath sir on stage, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much, sir. Let's give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Mr. Sanath, the one and only Sanath, sir. Thank you, sir. The stage is all yours. You want to use this mic or this mic? I prefer this one. Sure, anything. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so there is no pull in my name. There is only one L and an I, just for correction's sake. Yeah. So I'll be talking about data-driven marketing, how consumer profiles are created and expressed in the age of OTT. It will be a 10-minute presentation. Otherwise, it will not be a key. It will not be a note. Yeah. So some numbers Prabir had already mentioned. I'm just reiterating. Some of the numbers, you and I will have to discuss this offline and overlap, because we feel that there are about 89 TV viewers, 89 crore TV viewers out of 130 crore population. Households is pretty sane at about 30 crores. 20 crores would be rural and 10 crores would be urban population. Internet users would be about 83 crores out of, so it's a very, very sizable size when it comes to internet users. I'm not getting into print and radio because of obvious reasons. We'll focus our attention on the smartphones, and we have about 50 crore smartphone users, out of which about 49 crores do online video, 46 crores do social platform, and about 10 crores would engage themselves in paid OTT. They form part of that subscriber base. Yeah, so this is how the digital versus TV spends have progressed. I heard one number being discussed, but we believe that the total spends of TV plus digital adex works out to about 91,000 crores. And anyone tell me who's the biggest media house in the country today? So it's Google. And Google last year reported 25,000 crores of ad sales. So it's a big number. If you see 91,000 crores, 53% of that has been appropriated by digital. It's a huge shift when you compare it to 2019. So COVID happened, and post-COVID, there was a shift towards getting digital spaces into homes. So right now, if you see digital versus TV, digital is obviously winning. And there's a reason why they end up winning. I'll come to that. We are here to discuss OTT. So OTT, which is part of video, forms about 29% of the total spends, ad spends that. So out of 40 odd crores, 45 odd thousand crores, around 15,000 crores is spent on OTT, and that's growing. That's growing in leaps and bounds. If you compare it to the last few years, where it was next to nothing, to make it to about 15,000 crores, it's a big leap. OTT landscape, as I said, 42 crores. There's a reason for this explosive growth. Now, if you look at all these reasons, but one reason preceded everything. and we call it the Big Bang. Everybody is familiar with the Big Bang, right? I mean, the point of singularity about 13.5 billion years ago. That Big Bang happened in 2015 with the geo-revolution. And the geo-revolution actually spawned the internet. You had a lot of factors going in for the digital age in India. One was you had a younger population where about 50-55% of India was under 30. They adopted OTT in a big way. You had a single TV market. It still is a single TV market where 98% households own a single TV. There is, OTT offers you content preference because if someone is watching TV in your house, you have an option of watching your own content using your own device. So that's something that is going well for OTT. Digital payments was one of the bigger reasons why people started moving into smartphones. And there is also a big bang that happened in case of digital payments. The first happened in 2015, the second happened in 2016. And we call it the Mitro Bang, where, 8th of November, you had someone come on TV and say, cash no longer, go digital. So that's another revolution that happened, and it enjoyed, OTT enjoyed riding on, this aspect of it. One language world is also one thing that has spawned the OTT revolution in the sense that you have Korean dramas. Yeah, my wife is a big fan of Korean dramas. So you have Korean dramas, you have dubbed South Indian. It always used to be there, but it's become mainstream these days, and it is personal since it is available on your mobile phone. So these are the reasons why you have a surging OTT market. And you have multiple platforms. When you look at YouTube, you have DIY, topical content, how to. There are reasons why FMCG marketeers would want to use these platforms and get to the consumer. So there's a difference between the conversations that happened prior to me coming here. What I would think is that the device is independent. What FMCG marketeers or in general marketeers would want to do is target the consumer. And irrespective of what kind of device they use, what kind of, I would want to find out what she's using, where she is, and who she is, which is what helps me get her and place my ad in front of her. So that's something that is different. It is device agnostic. It is consumer dependent. You have multiple profiles when you look at the advertised video on demand segment. But I would prefer to go in with this particular slide since there would be many people who would be doing content here. DRR is one acronym that we generally use. DRR contributes to about 80% of all content that is there on OTT. Drama, reality, and romance. Around 80% of the audience that we seek do these things. And they do it in Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, and Bengali. These are the regional. So one of the things that has happened over the past 2.5 years is that regional content has taken over, and regional content has become is starting to become very, very pronounced. Since your since when we look at, sorry, when we look at Hindi, it is right now at 61%. But earlier, Hindi content used to be around 80%. So over a period of time, regional languages and preferences have overshadowed the mainstream and taken preference in the language space. This is how we do. Can I have a glass of water, please? This is how we do consumer targeting on OTT. One is a very basic level targeting. I mean, a lot of people have spoken about how targeting becomes easier when it comes to connected devices. But here, what we can do is we can target the 18-year-old fashion lover who has shopped on Nykaa. We can do that kind of slicing, dicing on OTT and deliver the ad which earlier never used to happen on linear programming. So that's something that has happened because of the way digital has spawned itself over the last few years. Now we come to the key factors. Yeah, so how do you do data-driven advertising on OTT? So you have four main ways in which you achieve your goal. First is data integration. You have consumer data which is picked up from players like Lutame or Bluekai, who give us user profiles along with viewing history, and they also have a OTT consumption pattern attached to it. What we do is end up making audience profiles on the viewing habits. We have preferences, demographics, and behavior, which help us create a particular profile of various consumers. Once the profile is created, we end up, we have the option of doing content personalization. So one of the things that we had done is look at three distinct profiles. We looked at one profile which was a bargain hunter, one profile which was a skeptic, and one profile which was a fence sitter. We developed personalized content for them, and we fed these content to each single group. And what we got was something which was dramatically different from what we used to get earlier. So bargain hunters, we fed discount coupons, we fed pricing related ads. For the skeptics, we ended up getting into thematics. We ended up showering differentiation points onto their mobile screens. Whereas for fence setters, it was very clear that we wanted to show them that they were part of a whole. So a lot of people are using our product, why not you? This simple level targeting helped us get a lot of traction for one of our brands, which is now at 1.5% of market. So it's a new brand that we've launched, and that has helped us. So last is programmatic advertising. I think people are well aware of what programmatic advertising is. You have your DSPs and SSPs come together, and there is a buy and sell that happens. It helps us monitor and optimize the campaign in a real time. For the brand, You have precision targeting, which means that we can target one person or a group of persons, and this helps us, rationalize our spends. Our ROIs are maximized because at the end of the day, I'm spending very little to get to that particular consumer, irrespective of screens. That's something that I've told you. From a user perspective, it is very enhanced. Now, user gets fed data which she likes, and she ends up consuming that kind of data a lot more. So from a user perspective, that experience is of a next level, which increases engagement. And that gives you a success. I mean, this is a data-driven success is what we call it. We have a case study which I wanted to share with you. So we wanted to, we had introduced a product which was an Odonil Neem air freshener, and the Odonil Neem is a toilet block. It's an air freshener block, but it had neem. The reason why we incorporated neem leaves into it was because the product was undifferentiated earlier, and there were a lot of Me Toos. So this required a certain level of technology, which other players might not be in a position to copy that soon. So we had that product, we had launched it in the market. We wanted to create awareness in OTT platforms. What we did was we approached vServe. This is a data management platform, come DSP, and we opted for the second-party data from their side, and we segmented our profile using these 4 giant brackets. So what we said was she has to shop. She has to have had a shopping experience in a modern trade environment. She should be the one who should be the one buying groceries, because that's important from an FMCG perspective. Otherwise, doesn't work. She also needs to be an entertainment seeker in the sense that she would be consuming music and video on either her phone or on a device that is with her. And she should have a minimum cutoff of about 2,500 rupees as far as our utility bill payment. So this was the consumer cut that we had given to vServe, and they did the entire funnel. The funnel that I had showed you in the beginning. They ended up having our distinct ad showcased on 3 OTT platforms. It helps have vServe on top, riding on top, because, as I said earlier, I am after the consumer. I am not after a device. My consumer might be consuming OTT on 2 of these OTT platforms, which I wouldn't know if I'm doing 2 distinct campaigns. But now, with vServe coming in, I would be really sure that I would be reaching out to only that person using either Sony or Hotstar or both, depending on the frequency that I want them to come to. So this is what we had done, a 10-seconder non-skippable, and we got about 7 million reach across platforms. So that was a big deal for us. Since I am from, a brand which is about air freshener, what I would leave you with is a captivating scent of success. Thank you very much.